We are doing a stream powered by StreamYard. Shout out to Steve and King Malik, as he has nicely written here. And Derek Shelton's joining us as well. We are going to do a little bit of a preview and predictions for SummerSlam NXT TakeOver. But before we get started, guys, if you are watching on YouTube, I need 500 subscribers. So I don't know how many more I need. I think I was in single digits now. I think I'm at like 7. So Steve, if you got the link to this, Malik, retweet it, send it out. I need 7 of your people to come in and subscribe. Let's make that SummerSlam goal happen. Also, if you guys write a comment, I can put something in here and feature it. Brandon Anderson just wrote, "Yo." So thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that, good sir. So those things will be popping up. We're going to try something different here. Shout out to Steve for all of this. Let's get into it, guys. You guys ready for this?
Yes, sir.
All right. And if you didn't know, this is everything pro wrestling. Sorry, Steve, that this is all coming up over you a little bit. We'll let it rock, though. Let's start first with the NXT TakeOver Toronto preview. We've got 6 matches for the card for the first time. This is quite interesting, to say the least, for the card. Well, how are you guys feeling about all of this?
I always like TakeOver, so I mean, I didn't know they had 6 matches. Though. I thought there was only 5.
Oh no, there's 6 now.
Oh, so they added another match. Oh well, I got to see what match this is in because I thought the only ones I know are the 2 women's ones, the tag team, and the NXT North American title in the NXT.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a 6th one.
Hold on. Live chat, if you say something that's live, I got to put it up. First, we got Gerald Anderson up in here talking about me versus Johnson & Johnson. I'm not getting sued for those shirts, bro. I'm not making them. And then we also have Sean Harrington who put NXT TakeOver, a.k.a. the real SummerSlam. So,
facts.
Let's get into the first match then. Let's talk about Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. Io Shirai recently turned heel. Derek's not going to give too much info about the NXT card, so we're going to put this on Malik and Steve here for a lot of the preview and predictions for this one. Let's start with Malik on this one. What do you think? How have you been feeling about these two?
I like it. I was hoping they was going to get a match at TakeOver because I knew they weren't going to be involved in the women's championship match, so I didn't know if they were going to get their own match. I like it though. I kind of wish there was some type of stipulation, maybe like a street fight or something. But I'm excited for the match. I don't know if y'all seen like Io Shirai's new entrance and stuff like that, like her new gear and stuff like that, like the all black gear and her new entrance with the lights and everything. But I'm excited for it though. I like the match. Plus, this is Candice LeRae's first TakeOver, isn't it?
I think she's wrestled on some other ones before. I'm not 100% sure about that, but she's been on other cards. Who are you taking for this one, Malik?
Definitely Io Shirai. I think Io Shirai takes it.
So you think Io Shirai? Is this a feud for the championship later on, maybe?
Shayna. Yeah, as I said, it depends on who Shayna beats because I don't know. It depends on who takes the title from Shayna. I think they're going to push Io Shirai big as a heel. So for now, I'm going to say Io wins this match. Possibly the feud continues with the title picture match, or maybe they just have a feud that just doesn't have a championship in it.
All right, now Steve, I don't know if you got a crush on one of these ladies, or if there's someone who's your favorite. So I'm
no, it's not a Alexa Bliss or Carmella situation. No,
I told you, man. I told you, the 2, man. Those are the 2. What about Charlotte Flair? Charlotte Flair's not in there either.
Save it for SummerSlam.
Top 2 anymore.
Save it for the SummerSlam. So who do you got for this one, Steve? Who are you liking?
But for me, I'm going the same as Malik. I'm going with Io Shirai to get the win. I think to answer your question in regards to future championship match like this one, I think that would be more down the future or into the future for me. Like nothing here in 2019, like the next season, like after WrestleMania. I think Bayley's going to be holding the women's title for longer than most, I think, or assume. But for the match, I'm going with Io Shirai.
That is an interesting concept. Let me kick it to the chat here. I'm with Jesus De Leon. My pick is Candice LeRae. I think she is going to figure out a way to pick up the win here. I don't think it'll hurt her due to it not being in a street fight type match. I think Io has been using the chair, doing all the flips with that. So I'm going to go with Candice LeRae as well. Let's see. Sean Harrington says Io Shirai got this win. She needs it more coming out of her turn. If you're going to build this feud longer, then yes. But if you're not, give it to Candice because Candice needs a win too. She hasn't really done too much in NXT. She's just known as like Johnny Gargano's wife. And I don't know. We'll see. NXT always has this way of you never really know what's going to happen.
Right.
But boys, you know what we got to talk about next. D, you might even be able to contribute to this one a little bit. We got to talk about the NXT Tag Team Championship match. The Street Profits will defend their belts against the Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly. So, Malik, I'm going to go with you first because I know these are your boys. Malik, who you going with?
This is tough for me, man, because I like both tag teams a lot. Everybody pretty much is expecting all members of the Undisputed Era to have championship gold around their waist soon, and they're all competing in championship matches Saturday, actually. So, I don't know, man. Street Profits just got the title, but I mean, they made Johnny Gargano drop it too when he just got it too. So, I'm gonna go. Oh man,
tell it like it is, brother.
You know, I'm gonna take Street Profits.
Ooh, I gotta ask why on that one.
I think Triple H might expect that people are thinking. At some point, I think they're all going to win championship gold, but I think he may think that it'll be too predictable for the card. So I think he may have Street Profits take it because if that's the opening match and they win, then it kind of swerves the whole card because then you're kind of like, oh, does Roderick Strong win tonight or does Adam Cole get the championship? You know, so I think Street Profits will win and then they may drop it like the takeover before Survivor Series or something like that.
I can see that. Happening.
I wouldn't be surprised if they drop it though, because they've been on Raw and stuff a lot lately too with that backstage stuff. So if they do drop it, I wouldn't be surprised. So,
all right, Derek, you got a quick pick in this one?
I'm gonna go with the Street Profits.
Okay, you think they're picking up the W? You like them?
Yeah, definitely. They got a lot of charisma, got a lot of energy. Like I haven't seen too many other matches, but from what I can see and what I have seen. I think they retain.
They've
got something going for them. Steve, what you got for this one?
Yeah, for me, I'm going with the Street Profits to retain. Here, I mean, they just, as Malik was talking about, just won the titles, holding it to the takeover, the Survivor Series. I don't see them dropping it now. So, Street Profits.
All right. I'm going to have to be the odd one once again. I'm going with the Undisputed Era. I think predictability is not bad in pro wrestling if done correctly. The Undisputed Era, there's a story being told, obviously, with this one, and we'll get to it throughout this. We've got a lot of mixture in the group here I'm seeing a lot of Undisputed Era. Everyone thinks the Street Profits are gone to the main roster, like Malik said earlier. So we've got a lot of things. They can play around with this a lot, but Malik brought up a good point with Triple H. There's always one match that will mess up your predictions every time that you're like, oh, there's no way. There's no way. And then someone screws it up.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's why the last takeover, with the Gargano and Cole match, it was hard to predict because he just won the championship. But couldn't really see Adam Cole losing twice again, so it was very hard to predict.
I hear you on that.
This man got a red cup.
Don't ask what's in the cup. I know the chat always likes to. Let's get into the next match. Now, I will be at this show if you guys don't know. I'll be at TakeOver Toronto, and this is the match that I'm kind of most looking forward to in my heart of hearts. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. It's just I like all three competitors. It's for the NXT North American Championship. We got the Velveteen Dream, Steve's favorite, versus Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong.
Oh my God, he doesn't like Velvet. I forgot about that too.
Oh yeah,
I like the Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go to Steve first on this one, just because I got to get his thoughts real quick. Steve, who do you got winning this one?
Yeah. Steve being the weird one, but that's just how I feel about Velveteen Dream. But anyways, for this match, I do say that Velveteen Dream gets the win, retains. Much as I might not like him, doesn't mean not a deserving champion. So I'm going with the Dream to win.
I'm with Steve.
You're going with the Dream?
Yeah.
You guys are taking the Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
Rough. Yo. And we got Doug in the chat talking about we want the smoke. You don't want the smoke, bro. You don't want none of that. Malik, we got 2 for Velveteen Dream. What do you say?
I'm going with Pete Dunne. I'm gonna be that man out. I think it's gonna be a swerve. I think it's gonna be some. I think he was added for a reason. I think it's gonna be some type of swerve. I think Velveteen. I think he because after this Cole and Gargano feud, this is gonna be over. And I think Velveteen's next up for the championship match, so he's gonna drop the belt. And I think it's gonna be Pete Dunne.
Now I gotta ask a different question in all of this. Do you like the mixture then of the Pete Dunne from NXT UK coming over to NXT? Should they be able to do that freely?
Yeah, I love it.
Question for the live chat too.
I love it, man. I like Pete Dunne a lot. So I mean, really, I mean, they could have had him continue to feud with Walter over there in NXT UK, but I mean, he was the champ for almost 2 years, so it's like, you know, time to move on to something different. And I mean, I don't want to see him going to the main roster. I don't want to see that. So I'd rather him keep down in NXT, going back and forth. Have him stay in NXT compete. I mean, just imagine all the great matches he could have down there with, you know, Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, Gargano. I mean, there's some, even like Tyler Breeze down there now too. There's so many people down there. Kushida, they could have a lot of great matches down there. Imagine Pete Dunne versus Kushida. Oh God, that'd be a great match.
Absolutely. What do you think, Steve? Do you like the mixture? Is it too much?
No, I like it. No, I like it, and they should do it more often as they can, whether the women's division or men's division with NXT UK and NXT, and either or, whether you're having an NXT superstar or WWE NXT superstar going to NXT UK or other way around, doesn't mean that they're staying there. So I think
Rob is not happy that Wolfgang's not on the card. Apparently,
Wolfgang, I like Wolfgang, but he's in a faction though with the Coffee Brothers though. So.
And Connor, I 100% agree with you again, sir. It must be our lucky night because I definitely think that Pete Dunne added a different feel to this match. Once he got added to it, I got hyped for it. Like, yes.
Yeah, because this is like, even if you just had Roderick Strong versus Velveteen Dream, it still would have been a great match. But adding Pete Dunne kind of makes the mystique a little bit different because you're like, he's from UK, so it's like, what's going on here? You know, plus he just came out, like he was just added. Like, well, your ring was like, yeah, we're putting him in the match. So.
Yeah, now we're gonna move on from this match, but I'm going with Roderick Strong. I just, like I said, I think the story tells itself. I don't really have to explain too much why Roddy's in the Undisputed Era. I think they're telling a story that they're gonna win all the belts and dominate NXT through War Games, and then you can kind of start to let the dust settle and fix everything. Let's get into the match that I think has the least amount of buzz. Maybe you guys feel different than me. The NXT Women's Championship match, Shayna Baszler versus Mia Yim. I don't know if it's because Shayna's beat up everybody, and every time I've thought Shayna is done, she finds a way to win. And it's a great heel champion because there's so many moments where I'm like, she ruined my damn prediction. She's the only one who won that I didn't think was going to win. And Shayna has messed up a bunch of them for me.
Just like DIY.
Oh, dude, don't even, man. Don't even. And Authors of Pain, they took a lot of dubs from me. Women's Championship match, though. Let's start with Steve on this one. Steve, who do you think? Who do you like? And Shayna Baszler? Is Mia Yim not exciting to you guys, too? Like, try to go through that for me as well.
I think, to me, she's exciting. I think she's a really competitive as the number one contender, if I can speak. A number one contender. But Shayna Baszler just going down to the roster, I think even though I'm intrigued, Jim, I still aren't not believing that she could or will take the title from her in any case, because I think Shayna Baszler is going to be holding that title for a longer time, as I talked about earlier. So my prediction is going to Shayna Baszler. I'm impressed with Mia Yim, but still the other side of me is like, well, she's not going to be taking this title. So my interest level in her is less because I'm not believing that she can defeat Shayna in Toronto.
I feel like with Mia Yim, I'm going to jump in this real quick because Doug said I underestimate Shayna. Lies. I actually have predicted Shayna to win a lot of matches. She just doesn't lose the ones that I think she will, like against Bianca Belair. I thought Bianca had that. I thought it was a layup. And then when they did the second match with the four-way, I thought someone else had that. Shayna is just really good, and I love Shayna. I want her on the main roster. Let's get this done and over with. Let's do the 4 horsewomen versus the 4 horsewomen before something happens and we can't do it. Similar to John Moxley, who is gone now. You can't do anything with the Shield anymore. It's GG. You lost it all. let us take a look at this, though. When I see Mia Yim, I feel like I don't know enough about her as a character in NXT. I mean, they brought up that she's from LA. She's Chinese and black, I believe, was brought up as well. It's not resonating. It's not enough for me. I want to see her get angry in a feud. I know she slammed a locker on somebody, but I got to see something more. I got to see that fire. And maybe this is the match that brings it out for me. So maybe I'm underestimating this match. For this one, though, I'm going with Shayna. Malik.
Shayna Baszler for the dub. I like Mia Yim, but I think this will be her breakout match. The same thing I told Kyron about Matt Riddle when people were still kind of iffy about Matt Riddle. The match with Velveteen Dream, I said, look, after this match, y'all gonna be fans of Matt Riddle. I promise you that. And after the match, everybody was saying to me, "Yeah, he was right." I was impressed. So it's gonna be her breakout match. But I don't see her. I would be very shocked actually if she beat Shayna Baszler. I don't think character-wise, her character is okay. It's all right. But as of right now, I don't think she's too believable enough. Since we was talking about people switching over for NXT UK and everything, I would love to see. As a character-wise, though, if they build it up right and made it if they build it up right and made the few good, I think that Rhea Ripley could be a good contender for Shayna Baszler.
Rhea Ripley is highly underestimated with the folks. Do you know anything about either of these two? Not enough.
No.
Because Rhea Ripley's a badass, though. Like before she lost the UK Championship and everything, she was like legit, like a heel badass.
Yeah, no, her and Toni Storm are amazing. I think that we'll see those two on the main roster sooner than later too. As far as the women competitors, we're getting ready to transition here. What am I seeing? Sprite in the chat for? Jesus talking about Rhea is hot. Keep it PG. All right.
And she might age too. I might slide in the DMs. You feel me?
And on to the main event, we have a 2 out of 3 falls match. They might as well call this 3 stages of hell. Both men got to pick a stipulation. This has been telling a hell of a story since WrestleMania weekend. It goes back to us losing out on the Tommaso Ciampa Johnny Gargano feud. Ciampa goes out with a neck injury. Johnny needs a replacement. Adam Cole is there to fill that void. Adam Cole has been kind of muffed around and they've screwed up everything. Someone gets hurt, they need him over here. They need him to do this instead, and it messes up all of his plans. He gets his big moment, but Johnny Gargano needed a big moment. Gargano gets the win, and then we had Adam Cole just beat him at the next takeover, so now Adam Cole is the champion, and we are here for the rubber match, and it's 2 out of 3 falls. Adam Cole has picked a singles one-on-one match, and Johnny Gargano has picked a street fight. They both picked the matches they've won. Now, if it goes to a third fall, which it will because it's pro wrestling and it usually does, I don't know what Regal picks for the third fall. So I guess we're just going to have to go through and give thoughts on this. Let's start with Derek first. Oh, I fooled you.
Yeah, you got it. Adam Cole is my man. I can't go against that. Now, don't get me wrong. Johnny Gargano definitely could wrestle.
Look at the people. Don't look at me.
I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying. Like Johnny Gargano definitely can wrestle, but Adam Cole, baby, I've been with that since day one. So
Ring of Honor days, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard to go against Adam Cole, but for my prediction, I feel Adam Cole is gonna take it, but it's gonna be opposite.
So
Adam Cole is gonna lose his match that he picked.
Okay.
And Johnny Gargano is going to lose the match that he picked.
What's the third fall then? What do you do for the third fall? If it's a cage match, the cage is hanging up. People will know right away.
I say last man standing.
Okay. All right. Let's go with my man Doug in the chat talking about Bay. Let's go with Malik next.
Okay, so I got a pretty much weird prediction for this. This is because I've been hearing some speculations and everything, so I was trying to wrap my mind around this. So we know the first fall of the singles match, and then you got the street fight, and then there's the third stipulation with William Regal hasn't picked yet. So I think Adam Cole will win, but I've heard rumors that Tommaso Ciampa has been cleared, or is almost cleared to compete. Like he's almost cleared to come back.
That's crazy for
They've been saying that the third stipulation will be Regal adding him, adding him and making a triple threat, and then they put the belt back on him right then and there, and then have the Gargano and Ciampa match that everybody wanted. So That's what I've been hearing though, that would be insane. Like that would be like crazy insane.
Bro, if that happened and you booked it, I would definitely I'd be like, yo, put this man on SmackDown or Raw tomorrow.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm going with. I'm going with that. I think that's gonna happen. So I'm sticking with that.
All right.
I got Adam Cole. I got it. If that doesn't happen, then I got Adam Cole winning.
Okay.
But if that does happen, just know I'm a beast. Just say that.
So your prediction is Ciampa.
Ciampa.
Okay. Tommaso Ciampa.
My boy too. That was my boy. I love Johnny Gargano, but Ciampa was my dude, man. I rooted for. It's crazy because I rooted for him in all the matches. Which
Look at what he did to the chat. Look what he did. Dang, I want that now. Now we got people saying they want that to happen. Malik, if this doesn't happen, just know you broke some hearts, man, in the chat.
Don't get your hopes up now. I'm just saying I've been hearing because I actually do follow him on social media and everything, and he's been looking pretty healthy and everything. And I've been hearing that he's pretty close to being cleared to come back, and like his neck's doing very well and everything. So. If that does happen, I'm saying if he pop out and I'm just gonna say don't say I didn't call it.
Steve, what do you got?
I'm going with Adam Cole. The third ball. I'm gonna go with what one of the people said in the chat, a ladder match for the third for the Regal pick. I see Gargano winning the singles match. I see Cole winning 2 in a row, winning second match, and then winning the third being the ladder match. So I'm going Adam Cole for the win and retaining his championship.
Or another thing could happen. Gargano could win, and then Ciampa would come out after he wins, and then beat him up or something crazy like that. Where people are like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So, then you got the match right there. Like, oh, we got this match. So either way, that match before they get caught up, that match has to happen. Yeah, whether it's for the championship or not, you have to have it.
But I say if Ciampa comes back though, Adam Cole has to lose.
I did see. All right, let me get into mine because I disagree with you guys on this. I think Adam Cole is going to win. I'm with Steve up until the ladder match part. Now, here's how I think you can do it. I think that Johnny Gargano doesn't look bad by losing a ladder match because he wasn't pinned technically.
Right.
Everything's equal. And I think you have Tommaso Ciampa cost him the ladder match because their feud is bigger than the title.
Yeah, it doesn't need the title.
It doesn't need the title on the line at all. Adam Cole needs the belt, I think, more to establish his character. That's why I'm predicting an Undisputed Era sweep.
Plus, I would like for Gargano to lose. That way he can feud with Ciampa, and then you can have Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream. Oh, that's beautiful. That's just beautiful.
That would be nice.
Oh, not bad. Sean coming with the pen too. If you guys have not retweeted this or sent this to someone, please do. He says Cole loses the first fall purposely by DQ, making his second fall easy. Cole wins the second, but maybe Gargano can't continue, and Regal chooses a replacement. Tommaso Ciampa.
Wow.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, Ciampa beats Cole at TakeOver. I think that's going to be War Games, technically. So
War Games, yeah. See, that's another thing you got to think about, too, though, is that if Undisputed Era has all the titles at War Games, they're going to defend the belts in War Games. So they would have to go again.
I don't think they're going to all be champions for a long period of time. I think it's going to come crashing like that real quick. I just want Undisputed Era to stay together.
I mean, I would love to see either – if Adam Cole keeps it, there's two people that I want to see him feud with. One of them would be Velveteen Dream, and the other one would be Pete Dunne. Those would be the two.
I like it. All
what's
right.
What's the other match that was added? The sixth match.
Did I only get 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. Do they have another title? Hold on. I'm going to look this up real quick because
there's only 4 titles. And then there's a women's match, so that's 5.
Hold on. I'm going to – I got that from WWE.com for the record. Let me cite my sources. Wikipedia. Hold on. We're going to ProWrestling.com to confirm if we are missing any other matches. I don't think I missed one, though. I'm sorry. The NXT Breakout Tournament Finals. Jordan Miles, Cameron Grimes.
Oh, that's on the card. That's right.
I forgot about that.
That's right, dude. Oh, my God. Have you been watching that stuff, too? The matches? Oh, dude.
Yeah, they've been good matches. My guy who I wanted to win was out first round.
Isaiah Swat.
Swerve City Podcast, my boy Montezi, who did my podcast, Everything Pro Wrestling. You guys can find the link in the description below.
I had Isaiah Swat winning the tournament. He was out.
That's who I picked too.
Yeah.
Swerve. For this one,
the guy who we lost to, though, that's who I'm picking, though. That's who's in the finals, right? The guy who we lost to. The Mexican dude, I think.
Trevor Lee is Cameron Grimes. That's who I'm picking. Cameron Grimes is my pick. You same?
Yeah.
Same.
You gonna rock with him too?
I'm rock with
All right.
Nobody ever was like, yeah, whatever.
No, he doesn't watch Impact Wrestling, so he don't know about Trevor Lee.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't watching Impact, and it's been a fat minute, bro. I stopped watching Impact when AJ Styles was gone, but once he was gone, I was like, oh, yeah.
See, I told you, bro. Yo, Malik, go back to what was it? Impact.
No, Impact Redemption Review. He wrote a messed up comment in there that got like mad likes.
Malik, go back and read that.
I go back and read it. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I mean, I've seen little clips here and there, but I mean, like, I ain't watched it heavy since AJ. Once AJ Styles left, I was like, oh well. I mean,
okay. And there's rumors of Dane and Riddle. I think that's happening tomorrow.
That's tomorrow night. That's tomorrow night. Yeah.
And
no Matt Riddle on the card either, man. This is the first time he's missing the card.
I think this is punishment for his other stuff with Jericho, and he's still talking crazy to both of them. Goldberg, Jericho, Booker T. He don't care. But
you got to think too. At some point, he could get a title picture too, man. Because you got to think he's one of their big stars too. So
you got to NXT's starting to build up the talent. Some of these guys you're gonna have to start calling up soon too. I feel like WWE's gonna have to start releasing some people or dropping people down and letting these NXT guys come up more and more. We'll see what happens with it though. Maybe we'll get a call up or two. Maybe we won't. We'll have to see. But right now we're gonna talk about SummerSlam Preview. SmackDown Live just went off the air, so hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of SmackDown. And sorry, Sean added that Grimes is his pick as well. But let's get into this SummerSlam preview card. I'm not gonna lie, I'm more excited for NXT than this. You guys
are we always? I mean, that's every pay-per-view.
All right, I think that's a fact, right?
The only one I could say would probably be the Royal Rumble because I like Royal Rumble matches, so that's probably like the only one. Besides that, I mean, everything else.
Some of the other matches that might get added to this, I believe we're going to get Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. Let's talk about that one first. After, spoiler alert if you didn't see SmackDown, Eric Rowan was announced as the person who was driving the forklift. Daniel Bryan and Rowan happened to still be in the ring after their tag match with the New Day.
They did the exact same thing. They did. Remember what I was telling you about when Goldberg was doing last Storm? They did the exact same thing, man. It was the exact same thing they did to Buddy Murphy and Roman Reigns, man. It was the exact same thing. With the car and everything, man. They try to redo it. It's
that's the first time we get to see Buddy Murphy on TV and he has to get chumped like that. Come on, man. But for this one, I don't know. Steve, who you got, man?
Excuse me. For me, I would probably go with Roman Reigns over Daniel Bryan. We do have that match. Simply. I don't know if they're ever actually going to have Daniel Bryan do his announcement unless I missed it. It's true. But they just swept that under the rug. But if that match does happen, I'm going with Roman Reigns.
D, who you got?
Roman Reigns.
That's simple. Malik?
Roman Reigns.
I just don't get
Unless, well, I mean, is this going to be like a feud or just going to be like some one type of thing, you know?
It hasn't really been announced. Like, I feel very weird about everything that's going on in WWE.
And nothing is being talked about. Like, everything kind of happened.
Right, and there's no story really behind it. So you did all this stuff leading up to the match, but is this going to be a bigger feud than that now because he tried to end your life? Or you're going to be like, I defeated him, and now I'm going to go for the title. And
plus, it's like I see a lot of Samoa Joe comments. Is Samoa Joe involved in this too? Because he's kind of been in the mixture a little bit.
No, I feel people are wondering if Samoa Joe turned face from his
because of the whole
or did he just show being a humanitarian basically?
I think it's on a path of turning face.
He's Joe's babyface though. I don't know, man.
I like Joe as a babyface though. Joe's a really good face too. It's just
he is, but I mean, I like him better when he's a killer though, man. He got that look.
Yeah, no, they should just have him dominate, but he's not a young spry wrestler anymore like he was at Ring of Honor when they had him just run through everybody.
Yeah, or TNA too when he used to have the face paint and stuff.
So we're all saying Roman Reigns then on this one?
Roman Reigns.
Yeah. This could be a really good match, though. I mean, not saying that I'm not going to shit on this match at all because this could be really good.
Fastlane, guys? You remember? Was it Fastlane a couple years
ago? Yeah.
They had a really good match there, too. So let it rock. Let's get into some of the other matches. I don't know if New Day's defending their tag titles. I haven't heard anything about Anderson and Gallows defending theirs, the OC. So
I heard they were supposed to, but they took the Usos off the card, so that's not gonna happen.
I wonder why.
Sip, sip.
All right. Let's start with this match. Let's keep it quick and easy. Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler. The Miz has bowed out of his match, and Bill Goldberg is going to be doing the replacement. Matt Riddle could be the special guest referee if they do this right, but they won't. And
I'm pretty convinced he's going to retire both Goldberg.
I'm going to start this one. I got Goldberg winning. I think this will be a squash match. I think his entrance will be longer than the match.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely a squash match. I mean, first of all, Dolph Ziggler never wins anymore. So, I mean, obviously, he's losing. The match is gonna start. Spoiler DUI. The match is Goldberg's gonna have a long entrance. As soon as the bell rings, he's probably gonna hit him with a spear, and Dolph Ziggler's gonna have to sell like crazy, and then hit him with a jackhammer, and then
it'll make Goldberg look better if he wants to hang up his boots after this. He deserves.
I don't think it's gonna be his last match, though. I think he might have one after this. I don't know if he wants his last match to be. No disrespect to Dolph Ziggler, but I'm saying I don't think he wants his last match to be against Dolph Ziggler. That's just me,
Hey, Dolph did it to himself, man. Steve, who you got?
Goldberg in a squash.
Same Goldberg squash.
I mean, this is going to be the match that goes on right before the main event. Like right before the main event happens, this is gonna be the match.
What do you got?
I'm going opposite, bro.
You think Ziggler wins?
No. I think they're gonna make it a little interesting. I think what they're gonna do is, Dolph comes out first. Goldberg's got his entrance. Dolph comes, as soon as Goldberg hits the ring, it's more like, all right, I'm gonna get my quick 15-second attack in. It's gonna be like, I'm bodying you now. It's not going to be like it's going to be kind of like what it was with Brock Lesnar, but it's going to be like Dolph Ziggler was on the attack first, and then it's like
flips,
boom, like all right, you got your shit off.
Yeah.
So maybe Ziggler hits some drop kicks, a famouser, let him get a super kick.
I feel like the super. No, not even. I feel like the super kick is what's going to be the moment where like Goldberg's like, all right, now you're done.
Hit him with a spear, especially hit him with a spear.
Spear. Jackhammer, 1, 2, 3.
He's probably gonna crush him with that spear too, dude. I can see it in my head.
I'm ready to jackhammer talking about this match. We go on to the next one. Let's talk about Bayley versus Ember Moon. Not a lot of build for this one. Very weird, kind of like, oh, I'm gonna get you, you're gonna get me. I picked you for this match. We don't care about this match because you're not the Raw Women's Champ or Charlotte. So here you are. Sorry, Steve. What do you think of this one? Live chat, same questions, man. Give your thoughts on it as well. Bayley versus Ember Moon. Derek, we're gonna start with you, man.
So I like Ember Moon.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
No, I'm just playing.
I do. But I love Bayley. I think this is gonna be more like I think it's gonna be a good match. I don't think it's gonna be anything that's gonna be like memorable. You may have maybe like 1 or 2 moves in there that are like, oh shit, that really happened. Okay, all right. But I feel like it's gonna go to Bayley. There's not enough push behind Ember Moon to say like, all right, now you get the title right now.
But does any of this matter at this point with how the brands have been split up? I mean, I know there's rumors that they're going back to the brand split, but
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, this shit doesn't matter. I mean,
this is just here. It's just here. Like, just watch this.
So you're saying Bayley.
Yeah.
Let's go with Steve. Steve, who do you got for this one?
I'm going with Bayley. Bayley defeating Ember Moon, and I wouldn't be surprised since they haven't given it much showcase at all or shown at all during SmackDown Live that it just might kick off the show.
Ooh. If it delivers, I don't see why not. Malik?
I'm going Bayley as well. I think this is just a match I threw together so people can be happy about something, because people always complain about where's her, where's she at. So I think people are just like, all right, here, just put it on the card.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Ember winning though too, and maybe Bayley turns potentially, but that just doesn't feel right to me either.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's next after this then? You know what?
I don't know, man.
That's the question.
I think Charlotte's going to get back in the title picture after this. So let's just say for now, I'm going to go with Bayley as well. Because I don't know what else. Is Charlotte SmackDown? Holy shit. This is why none of this shit matters when it comes to the shakeups and all that. And this is why I usually give, I'm not going to lie, Steven, your Twitter thread, I always give like the shows an okay grade because this shit hurts it badly. Like, it doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. Who is on what show? I don't even know how to set up any of this. So we're going to go with Bayley once again for the sweep. Let's get into Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, the Fiend Bray Wyatt. I've been absolutely loving this. Malik, what do you think of it? I mean, you're rocking kind of the old school Hawaiian style shirt when Bray used to rock that. What's good? What do you think?
Definitely Bray Wyatt. So is just so I know, is Finn Balor not the demon in this match? He just Finn Balor, regular old Finn Balor?
He will not be the demon.
Okay, so they might be saving that then, I guess. So definitely Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. Interested to see they have new themes. If they have new theme music for him. New entrance type of style because they haven't really done his entrance. So it's kind of he's been popping up in the ring with that weird sound like. So I'm expecting a new theme song, new type of entrance, which should be very cool too. So I'm definitely Bray Wyatt, and I want to see if he wrestles with that mask on too, with that weird looking clown thinking mask.
Do you think he could breathe in that thing? Like, I don't. You guys are young. Do you remember those old school Halloween masks where you could not breathe in those shits? Like your parents would put them on. You're like, God damn, where are the holes?
But I used to have when I was a little kid. I bought a Scream costume once. When I put the thing on, I couldn't breathe in it. I had to take the whole thing off. I was like, I can't even have no oxygen in here. Like, so I think he does wrestle with it though. I mean, I think they're gonna separate the Bray Wyatt character versus the Fiend character. Like, they're gonna make it two different characters. So, like, the Bray Wyatt character is gonna be all like happy and the whole funhouse stuff, and then the Fiend is gonna be the evil type. The evil one where he's just beating people up and attacking people.
I think that you can make him a star in this match if you play your cards right. I really feel like Bray Wyatt has something in him to be a main event player and take one of those spots that a Shawn Michaels, Undertaker used to have. Let the man do it, man. He can do it. Let him just take the spot. He's been ready, I think, for a couple years, and they've kind of waited and waited. And to me, this is their last chance for people to take him serious. You can't screw it up.
It's sad too because I forget he was even WWE champion at one point too. Like, I forget until like I think about it. I'm like, oh, he was actually champion.
That's when I started messing up SmackDown with Jinder Mahal, and we won't get into that. We won't get into that right now. Steve,
well, that was the issue.
I'm going with Fiend Bray Wyatt. It's defeating Finn Balor, and I think the whole demon thing is going to be like a pre-show announcement. You'll be very surprised if we don't have Finn Balor as the demon facing up against the Fiend, because then just make predictions even more simple. But I'm going Bray Wyatt, the Fiend over Finn Balor.
Okay. What, Bray?
Yeah,
it's obvious.
Yeah, I'm picking. I've been with Bray since you put me on to Bray. So, but I think the way that I would do this is you have it just Finn Balor, no demon. I wouldn't even give Bray the entrance yet.
So he just shows up, like pops up behind him?
The same way that he's been coming out, the same way that he's coming out for this match. That's how I would do it. I wouldn't give him an entrance until maybe 2 or 3 matches after.
Let me ask you guys this. You think the reason that Bray Wyatt's been so hurt because they keep putting him in feuds that he just won't win? Like, they put him in there with John Cena. They put him in with Roman Reigns.
You can't book people in lose-lose situations.
That's why everybody doesn't like Dolph Ziggler anymore.
I'm trying to think if there is one on this card. I don't really see one here too bad, but there's often like lose-lose situations where you book it and it's like, well, if you do this, this is going to happen. But if you do this, this is going to happen to the other guy. And you don't want to book yourself like that. I got Bray Wyatt for the win here, but I'm going to come with a different kind of theory for this. Finn Balor takes the L in this, and I think Finn goes away for a little bit. We've been hearing rumors that he wants time off. Let him get his time off. And when he comes back, I think Finn has a grudge. And he's going to try and find someone who's originally helped him get to the WWE. And I think he joins the OC, and Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Anderson, and Gallows run roughshod. And you start adding people to it, like Shinsuke Nakamura potentially. You could have a powerful group and do an amazing storyline with all those guys forming a group together.
Well, that's what they need to get back to. Like, the only real faction that you have right now is the New Day. That's it.
Yeah. I think the last dominant, besides the Shield, not counting the Shield, the last dominant faction they had that they ruined was the Nexus, because they were the shit. The Nexus,
Nexus was good.
I'm good. The Nexus.
they all had potential, man, and they that got ruined.
But the thing that I would like to see though, if you continue with the Bray and Finn Balor, because it has to, you can't just go one match and like, all right, Bray won and that's it. Finn loses and that's it. I say Finn loses the first match. Finn loses the second match as Finn tries to get his redemption.
Gets frustrated.
Finn comes back for the third match as the Demon. But then he loses the match again as the Demon, and then that comes in to where you come with the OC.
See, I think that you got to keep that Demon character strong in case you ever need it again.
No, you keep it, but I feel like this is where it has to, like, in my opinion, this is how it would have to be. Like, okay, you had 3 matches, you lost all 3. But you take
time out. You're putting too much logic into this because this is the same company that gave a tag title shot to a team that hasn't won in months.
I know.
So, and now they're the champs. I'm supposed to take them serious. Next match, guys. Let's get into Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. If you guys are just joining us, make sure you click that like button down below. It really helps people see the videos. And come on in and comment. We're pulling up comments, talking to you guys as well. This match has a stipulation of if Kevin Owens loses, he is fired. I don't care because he's quit so many times in the past year or two. Why would I take this serious, folks? This goes back into drowning your storylines and some of your stipulations. Malik, what do you got?
Kevin Owens. I'm not really too excited for this, considering that they already had a feud back in 2017, which they had a great Hell in a Cell match, by the way. That Hell in a Cell match they had was very, very good back in 2017.
I thought they had a good feud back then.
Yeah, I liked it. Like I said, the Hell in a Cell match they had was really good. So I thought it was very good. But I mean, we've already seen it. So I mean, it's sounding like now Kevin Owens is the babyface and Shane's the heel. But I'm guessing there's no stipulation for this match. I mean, they keep acting like there is, but I guess
tonight they tried to make it look like Kevin Owens was going to get a stipulation or have Shane put his career on the line, but Shane said, why would I do that? They tried to put logic into it, and now I'm like, oh, now we use logic? No, I wouldn't do that because I'm a McMahon. Why would I have to do that? I don't have to.
Right. Definitely Kevin Owens for the win, though. Maybe some type of interference with Drew McIntyre or Elias, and because they're kind of in it. So maybe some type of interference on that end, too. But I definitely don't see Kevin Owens losing. If he does, then I don't really know what that means, to be honest.
Steve.
Yeah, I'm going with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens over Shane McMahon. I do see Elias with his guitar showing up. McIntyre, maybe even Sami Zayn. For the save for Kevin Owens, or be there for him. But Kevin Owens in the end getting the win over the best in the world, Shane McMahon.
He really did say that.
The best in the world.
CM Punk.
You heard those chants too. Thank God Samoa Joe is good and he ignored those yesterday.
Or Chris Jericho, either one. They both used to say it, so.
D, who you got for this one, man? Owens or Shane O'Mac?
I got Owens simply because Elias will come out to try and give a guitar shot. Gonna miss. It's Shane. That's what's gonna fuck the whole thing up for Shane. And then I think like this whole quote unquote faction with Elias and Shane is gonna kind of start falling apart after that.
Oh, I think it's dead anyway. Here's the two things there's only 2 ways this could go. Either Shane McMahon's getting fucked up in this match, like beyond belief, like badly. Like he's gonna miss table spots, and Kevin Owens is gonna put him in the dirt. Like, no, I'm forcing you not to come back, and then you give Owens the babyface pop, or you could. People are gonna hate me for this. Have Shane McMahon win because the odds are stacked so against Kevin Owens that then Kevin Owens keeps showing back up on Raw to do the Stone. Kevin Owens is basically Stone Cold at this point. You can have him come in, Stone Cold stunner everybody, and try to get pops for it. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm not feeling the stunner thing and all that. I'm like, KO, be yourself, bro.
I hate when other people use other people's finishes, man. I hate it when Seth Rollins uses the pedigree. I hate Kevin Owens using the stunner. I hate that, man. Because it's I don't know, man. I get people use the spear because the spear is done by a lot of people, but it's like, dude, Nobody can use the stunner.
That's out of finishers eventually, though.
I mean, it's uncharted territories. Like some moves are just like
don't touch it.
Don't touch
it.
Like
the pedigree, definitely don't touch that. Or I don't know. Orton doing like the RKO though. Like I said, that's cool though. That worked for him. Your finishers are going to get recycled over time.
Yeah, but see, like Orton's RKO versus the Diamond Cutter is completely different.
I'm going to be wild in this one, and I'm going to say Shane O'Mac wins. I think there's too many people not involved in other matches for Kevin Owens not to get his ass whooped. So give me Shane O'Mac for the win. Let's get to this match. A submission match for the Raw Women's Championship. We've got the last kicker, the woman on the cover of WWE 2K20. Check out my video that I did, I think 2 days ago at this point now, talking about all that stuff. Becky Lynch versus Natalya from the Dungeon of the Hart family. What do you guys see going on here?
I liked it. I don't know when's the last time they had a submission match that I can recall off the top of my head, to be honest. I think this will be very good. This will be a very good technical match. I got Becky Lynch for the win, though. This match was kind of random, too, because, Natalya wasn't really doing anything, and they need something new for Becky because she was doing the stuff with Lacey Evans, and now they need something new for her, so they just threw Natalya in there. But I think it'll be a good match, though. Technical, wrestling-wise, it should be great because both are very good, but I think Becky Lynch takes it at the end.
Okay. Steve?
Becky Lynch as well. It could be a great match with Natalya in there, but I know we talked about with the NXT card, being a credible number one contender for Shayna Baszler's NXT Women's Championship. Natalya kind of in that same boat if she's just a reliable player to be put in there, put in title matches, make the other superstar look good, but I don't see her as a credible number one contender that I really actually have any inkling of belief that she's gonna be winning said championship. So
it feels forced with Natalya a little bit. I don't know if I'm the only one feeling that way. Like, I hate it because she loses all these matches, and I think they did this a year ago, didn't they, with her, where she got a title shot too?
Mm-hmm.
For this title, though.
She won that. She won that though. She won.
But it's just like Natalya loses. She won a match. Okay, give her the belt. She's good now. She'll be fine for a week or two. Like, come on.
I think Natalya is more. I think I could be wrong. I mean, I don't work in WWE, but I think she's more of a mentor though.
So Natalya's good at that. Like, I give her respect. Like, all the girls who are getting better or good is because of Natalya.
Yeah, I think she's more of a mentor than I think that's how WWE sees her. More of she has a role as helping out the younger generation of superstars.
She's the Cassius Ohno. Cassius Ohno does the exact same thing on NXT and NXT UK. He goes and helps these guys. Like, listen, I'm gonna show you how to work this match. This is what you're gonna do. This one is tough. I mean, they're in Toronto. D, what do you think? Natty doesn't have a hope?
No, I'm
screwed up.
Just because Natty is supposed to be the hometown girl, but she's got this little mean streak going, and I think that's what's gonna mess it up.
I think Becky wins this, and I think there's a bigger match at play. Can Ronda Rousey come back? The match that would set off the women's division again is Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, one-on-one. I think it needs to happen. You guys think the same? Feeling that? No?
Yeah, I'm with that. I think they desperately missing Ronda Rousey for star power in the women's division.
I'm not saying it's perfect, but bring Ronda back and let her do her thing, man.
I agree. Ronda right now is the female version of
get that loud ass phone. This is live, folks. Yeah, I had to tell him to get that phone.
The female version of Brock Lesnar?
Ronda Rousey is more of like the female version of Brock Lesnar.
Ooh, Jesus is saying no, save it for next year. Jesus, I think you need it now, man. Sometimes you got the alarm sitting there. Break glass in case of emergency. This women's division is on emergency. Hit it. It's time because
think about it. Once she beats Natalya, who else is there? Sasha Banks isn't there right now. Nobody else is on the Raw. Charlotte's on SmackDown. Bayley's supposed to be on SmackDown. Who else? There's nobody else.
Where is Sasha?
That's why people have been talking and calling for Sasha Banks to be showing up at the show at SummerSlam in this particular match afterwards.
I think they need a surprise in this match to.
And if she does show up, I'd like that. I'd like that.
Yeah, you know what? at the end of the day, a lot of people want Sasha Banks to go to AEW, and so do I. But I would rather have her come back and finish out her contract before she gets tagged with some extra months added on. If she wants to go, let her go.
How about Stephanie McMahon? That'd be a good opponent.
All right, guys, we're down to the last 3 matches here. Let's talk about the United States Championship match. I think this one could potentially steal the show. We've got the phenomenal AJ Styles versus Ricochet. The club is walking around with lots of gold. Ricochet's walking around looking awfully sad. Who do you go with in this one?
The Ricochet.
Ricochet, why?
Just because.
Right.
I just feel like AJ's been on the high horse for a while. And AJ has like the mean streak.
Hold on, this is for Jesus.
Becky versus Alicia Fox. What?
I know, I was just reading that.
He's trolling, I think.
Definitely.
Becky versus Alicia Fox. Okay.
Yeah, I feel AJ's got like the mean streak going, but it's more of like it's like a playtime kind of mean streak. It's not like the AJ Styles where you like, dude, I'm coming through and I'm whooping ass. I need to whoop ass now. So I think Ricochet needs to win, and then AJ comes back with, all right, so now even though you're the champion, I'm about to dog walk the shit out of you every time I see you, whether it's a match or not.
Here's what I don't like. When you have a group, like, what the hell, man? I don't know. Malik, who you got, man, for this?
I see Derek's points, but I mean, for me, if Ricochet is going to win, he's going to have some help, some backup. So does somebody come out and help him? Because he's not going to beat 3 guys, because we know the club's going to get involved somehow. They're going to be there. So he's not going to beat 3 guys at once. That don't make no sense. I mean, if you ask me. It sucks for the club though, because there's really no other 3-way faction in WWE that you just see going up head to head against them. It's not like when they had the Wyatt family and the Shield and a bunch of other people around there at that time. I think AJ retains, but I Ricochet's got to, if he's going to continue to feud with them, he's got to have some type of backup though. I mean, he can't just keep fighting all 3 of them and keep getting his ass whooped.
I mean, they could go up against a New Day. AJ Styles got cooked by Kofi though.
Yeah, and that's one feud they could have. That's the only faction though. Besides, once they do that match, and Undisputed Era 2 will be another one.
Or Reigns and the Usos. I mean, you got options, but it's kind of like,
Yeah, you got to start.
I don't know. I'm going AJ Styles. Definitely see some interference from Gallows and Anderson. Maybe Ricochet does get some help too. Maybe somebody comes out and assists him with some help too on that. But I'm still going to go AJ Styles for the win.
If anything, if somebody comes to help Ricochet out, I feel like it'll be the New Day. Just because.
I can see that too.
Starting a big, you know what? That could be a way to unify the tag titles too. Because God knows we need that. And don't get me started about those damn women's tag team titles. Oh, the paperweights of the world. Oh, get those out of here. Sorry, Steve. I know your girl.
It's all right. I mean,
I told everyone.
The Iconics winning at WrestleMania, and then we don't have another title match until just the previous Raw, and then we have new champions. I get what you mean.
So for this one, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Ricochet. I just have a feeling they're gonna let Ricochet win the belt back. AJ, to me, AJ as the U.S. champ doesn't feel right. He's a main event player. He doesn't need this.
Yeah, I think this is just kind of like
it's a block right now for them just to do a storyline. Have him put them over, and I think maybe when they do the draft, maybe they shake up the rosters a little. I don't know.
What having a draft.
I don't know. For me, the draft is pointless. Like
the draft used to be good when they did it right. Like the first couple years they did it was very well done. But now it's just kind of like, I don't know, man. They need to make it. They need to do it. I think it'd be cool if they did it like how the best draft to me is when they had Eric Bischoff, Paul Heyman. They came out and they pick people from the thing, like just pick people from the slide and like, hey, and it would make it better because it would make it better if they actually just pick people who they didn't know was going to get picked. So like,
can they keep kayfabe in this whole Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff aren't running it? I know Heyman doesn't want authority figures, but do you guys feel they need it? Same question, chat. Do they need these authority figures to pop up on the shows to make something meaningful happen?
Not anymore, man. I think that's in the past, man. I think,
if you do a draft, I kind of want to see Heyman and Bischoff structure.
Well, if you do the draft, then yeah, that's needed. That's much needed. Then yeah, I would agree with that. But I mean, as far as I thought you were talking about this television wise, this period.
I don't think they need to be on TV, but I want to see them like structuring the rosters. Like Paul Heyman's been nominated for the Raw side, and Bischoff's been nominated for SmackDown.
Like it's kind of like I said, the whole it's really kind of pointless with GMs too. You know what I mean? Because GMs are really kind of pointless at this point.
I like Regal though. Regal's a great GM in NXT because he only shows up when some shit's going down and people marching to his office. Regal, where the hell were you for that? There will be a match at NXT Takeover, and then you just get it. And it's like, oh, okay, dope. Right. Regal doesn't interfere too much. Let's see what the chat's saying about this. If it were for the draft, yes, but otherwise, no. Goober 316 says, I don't mind an authority figure that pops up every now and then, like Regal on NXT. My man, Goober. Thank you.
I don't know, dude. I'm done with the draft.
Are you saying that it's pointless to have two separate brands?
Yeah.
I think you need it with that much talent, though. Because think about it.
But if you have you have the draft, but who are these teams that you have for the tag team titles? The tag team titles are being wasted. What's the point? You have teams that don't fucking match.
Here's the difference. You have to have someone who's actually going to put teams together and leave them together. You can't have Hawkins and Ryder beat the Revival and then what are Hawkins and Ryder doing now? They're chasing pregnant women around to try and win a belt. That's sad, bro. You can't expect
this is why I like my era growing up, because I grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era. So when I started watching wrestling, SmackDown and Raw were two separate brands. But at that time, Raw was different than SmackDown, and SmackDown was different than Raw, and you had their own champions. You had storylines that were completely separated from everything else. And it was kind of like, it was a little like, it was like shocking when you had that's why Survivor Series 05, when they did the Raw vs. SmackDown match, it was cool because people, Raw and SmackDown were two different things at the time. So it was like, oh, it's Raw vs. SmackDown, you know what I mean? Like, this is two separate things. So if they can go back to those ways, I can 100% get behind it. But it's stupid when you have this fucking what does they call it, the wild card thing right now. It's like it's the same people on the show every week. So it's like, the wild card stuff's pretty stupid. And I do think what Conrad said, with as much talent, I think it would make sense to have two separate brands, because if you combine them all in one brand, then you're gonna have superstars that you don't ever see on TV that you want to see.
The problem is people don't climb anymore either. When you come in from NXT, remember how they used to have the European title? Like, you would come in, you're starting off trying to win the European title, and then you go and maybe you get a tag partner for a little bit. Shit, that ain't really working, or you win the tag belts. Then you go to the Intercontinental or the Hardcore or something. You jumped around a little bit. Now you don't have that. And then once you're in the world title division, you stay in the world title division.
Yeah.
So they don't do it like that anymore. Now people just come in like, yeah, I'm getting a main event title shot. Well, there's nowhere to go but down, brother. Like, look at Roman. There was nowhere to go but down. I mean, not to say he's a chump or anything else like that. King says, have tag teams at women's division on both shows, like JD said in 2016. JD ain't the only one. Go back and check the archives. I swear to God, if you find the draft show with me and Casey talk about it, I think me and Casey were some of the only two people back then saying it was a bad idea, and we got some hate for that. No, he said have women on one brand, have male in the tag division on the opposite. Either way, this shit sucks. The draft the draft has to be meaningful, impactful, and people have to be pushed in the ways that you're going to do it.
So you keep the brand split, and I get what you're saying, Malik. You keep the brand split because you have people that are there, but if you mash them together, then you won't have them anymore. You know what I said? I said all champions can go to any show. You make less titles, but champions can go back and forth. So that way, when you need to put the belt on someone, the belt's always on someone who is a draw.
And that's how they started. Remember, that's how they started off after Triple H, when they dropped the unified titles and they just put the one title on him. He was on both shows every week. So I think that's how they have to do it, man. If you're the champion, you should be on both shows, but have separate brands, though. You know what I mean? Have two separate brands. That way, if you're the world champion and you're Seth Rollins, you could feud with somebody on SmackDown or Raw, and then, it could go either way.
Facts. Let's get into these last two matches. I know the people are probably tired because I'm getting tired. I'm going to be tired at these damn shows, too, when I go, God damn, this shit's going to be long. WWE Championship match, Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. This has a hell of a backstory. If you guys don't know, just type in Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston stupid on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure you'll find the match. Steve's nodding his head like he remembers this. You remember this match? I remember it happening live, and I was like, what just happened, and why did he flip out? Stupid. And that really ended Kofi Kingston's push behind the scenes.
For sure. I remember the stuff in Madison Square Garden, man. That's when I really got behind Kofi Kingston, when he destroyed Randy Orton in Madison Square Garden and everything, dropped the leg drop. I was like, yo, this dude. I like this dude.
Absolutely amazing stuff, man. I cannot be mad about this whole match with Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton.
That was 10 years ago, man. It's crazy. Come a long way.
I feel a lot of people are getting fickle on Kofi though right now, and I don't like that. That's the fickleness coming out in the fans, and I hate that a little bit. Where they're like, "Oh, I don't really want him as champ anymore. Someone else can beat him."
See, it's a different era of wrestling too. It's a different era of wrestling too, man. Because we've talked about this before. You know, when somebody wins a championship, people get happy, but then a couple months later, they want him to lose the championship immediately to somebody else that they want to win the championship. Man, it's not like how it used to be, man.
Well, they want chaos now. They're like, all right, you got the belt. You're gonna hold the belt for like 2 weeks, and then after that, somebody else got to have it.
Nah, that's trash. Though.
I don't like that either, man. I want people to have the belt at least, you know. Excuse me, depending on who it is, let him have a good title run, man. If Kofi Kingston drops it, I'm just gonna make. I'm picking Randy Orton to win. By the way, I think he does drop it. I think Randy Orton is gonna be willing to take it from him. From what I heard, that they want to push Randy Orton one last time, I guess, with the world title run. So, if it's not now, it'd probably be at the next pay-per-view or Hell in a Cell. I think it's the next pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken. But when people win, I don't know, man. It's different. When somebody wins the championship, it seems like people lose interest or people just can't get behind it. Same thing with Becky Lynch right now. When she first won the championship at WrestleMania, it's what everybody wanted. It's cool. Now it's kind of just like, she had the championship now. Okay, let's move on to somebody else.
I hear Steve. You wanted to jump in before.
Yeah, I was going to bring up in regards to this about about fans wanting everybody to win the titles, or the titles just kind of hot potatoing to everybody. I guess because of the era in regards to me and kind of calling it the social media era, everybody just wanting of their superstars being more outspoken, which sometimes can be good. Sometimes superstars that haven't been pushed getting or the WWE universe and the fans getting behind, like a Daniel Bryan with the Yes Movement or otherwise. On social media, it's being used for good in that way, but then also in a negative way, and wanting and talking out of their ass about wanting their superstar to be prominent and be getting their title pictures. And yes, I am including in regards to my own superstars that I like. So, but just I think that's part of it too. Maybe not everything, but part of it, the social media aspect of it, and then WWE using that social media aspect of it in wanting to just get the attention and get people talking about it on social media, even more so the water coolers, like back in the day, of big surprises that are supposed to be big surprising, but really are just there just to get that attention, just get that reaction, to get some sort of reaction. Doesn't matter what reaction it is, it's a reaction. They don't care anymore, just as long as they get something.
Who you got for this
social media being part of it? That being different from my era back in the good old days of the 90s and the Attitude Era, where I come from. That's why the Attitude Era will be supreme to other eras, because we did it without this extra stuff, without needing social media to be a crutch, without these other things that we thrived. We actually had all our superstars, at least in some of the prominent divisions, whether you're a jobber or whether you're main event, we at least had something for you. And something prominent.
I agree. We're getting some bold talking here in the chat right now. I had some of it up. Kofi should keep the title.
And by the way, I'm going with Randy Orton. Randy Orton for the win, new WWE champion.
Who's going with D?
I got Kofi. I want to see Kofi keep it, and then possibly lose it at the next pay-per-view. But that Bray Wyatt thing, I don't want to see Bray with the title right now.
All right, I'm gonna respond back to Sean. I got Kofi Kingston winning this. I feel for the story purpose of all of this, Kofi has to win, because if you do this just validated that Randy Orton said he shouldn't have been in that spot, and then Kofi's just gonna drop right back to New Day and none of this ever happened.
Right.
So what was the point? Now let's look at this. He thinks Kofi shouldn't have did the stupid stuff with the pancakes, the jokes during the feud where he should have been serious. I think Kofi turned it off and on very well though during those feuds. I get it. He can't transition out of that character though, because he probably was like, listen, if I leave New Day, it makes them look bad, and I don't want New Day to break up. Kofi was in a bad situation as a comedy team, and then he got the steam behind him, and then it was like, oh, well, we want him as the champ. But do you want that Kofi as the champ, or did you want him to come back out as like SOS? Like, is that what you wanted to see too? You can't have the Jamaican Me Crazy Kofi. So that's tough stuff. I'm going with Kofi for the dub. And like I said, I think King brought it up. Let Bray or somebody be the one to beat him, not Randy Orton. Randy's had his time in the sun. Randy main event enough pay-per-views from 07 till 10 that I don't ever want to see again. Not that I'm saying he's a bad guy, but Randy's cool as shit. Randy's above this. A loss doesn't hurt Randy Orton at this point. Remember when we were talking about what would hurt someone? A loss hurts Kofi, doesn't hurt Randy Orton. This is not a lose-lose situation. Other situations are bad, though, where it's like, bro, you can't have this guy lose this match. Let's get to the main event of the evening. It's Brock Lesnar versus, oh, my ribs, Seth Rollins. Rollins is someone who has lost a lot of steam in a year. Last year, I wanted Seth Rollins to be in the main event of SummerSlam, and they did not do it. I wanted this match last year. Now, maybe I'm fickle, too, as a fan. I don't want to see this shit. It was because of that man stuff, man.
It's not even that. They've done it, man. So it's just like it's another match they've already done.
Seth Merrow, this card's honestly been done. Hold on, let's go from the top. Honestly, okay, Goldberg Ziggler's new. We've seen this feud before when it was Sister Abigail. We were supposed to get that feud. Saw this already happen plenty of times. We've seen this match before too. We've seen this on Raw. We've seen this back in 2009. Look at that. Like, that's that entire card. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
Brock versus Seth. What do you guys think for this one? I'm going to look in the chat. Let's start with Steve.
I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar to retain. I want Brock Lesnar to retain and beat Seth. I know we're also supposed to assume that it's going to be Seth, especially with his impactful "what was him" speech. But I'm going with Brock Lesnar.
Oh, man.
Come on, Malik.
I have to say, though, the whole Brock Lesnar with the F5 on the chair and stuff, that was some good shit. I actually like that, man. I like wrestling like that when it gets a little violent and a little bloody. It makes it feel more real, and it makes the characters, to me, come out, it sticks out real. I feel like Brock Lesnar looked like a beast in that to me, and that's the Brock Lesnar I liked when they used to do stuff like that. I like Brock Lesnar a lot, but I really don't want to see him as champion, man. I'm a huge Brock Lesnar fan, but when he has the championship, I love Seth Rollins too. But I'm going. Oh man, I'm gonna go with. See, I don't know, man. It's hard to predict for me because I feel like Seth Rollins can't just win clean because he's been getting his ass beat for the past 2 weeks with the whole ribs and everything. So, do you guys think maybe some interference will happen or something like that? Like something will happen where somebody pops up and costs Lesnar the championship unexpectedly, or
I don't know where the end game is at this point. Is it Roman Reigns again? I hope not. I mean, I feel like maybe. Remember,
I mean, let's say Paul Heyman's in the creative with righties. So you think maybe like he could tell Brock like, hey, like we're gonna like this is what I kind of want you to do. Like I want this to happen. And you're going to do this, do that. And after, you're going to drop the title. And then after this, you're going to go with this. I mean, I can see something like that happening, like a big swerve.
All right. Live chat asking this question right now. If not Brock or Rollins, then who? I'm going to wait until we get some responses for that. So you can't pick Brock. You can't pick Seth. Who would you make the Universal Champion right now on Raw?
This guy right here. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to see him either.
No, please no, because then he breaks the record too.
Oh, that's what we need. We need that.
There's only one way I would book Cena to break the record. This is probably off the cuff a little bit here. Thank you guys who stayed with us this whole time. I would have John Cena turn heel, Hogan style, NWO, for him to win the belt. Like he can't do it, and then he's finally like, you know what? Give me one more title shot. Put my career on the line. You're like, oh, big match. John's probably going to lose again. And then all of a sudden, you can start a new group, all that. John Cena turns heel, gets the horrible. People probably throw garbage at him. I'd be down with it. Cena would love it, I think.
I don't want to see Cena.
Yo, he's a draw, bro. He came out. He's a draw. You got to admit that.
No.
He not a draw?
He is a draw, but I don't want to see him.
So you don't want money?
Exactly. He ain't the one getting paid, though. He ain't the one getting paid.
Listen, bro. Oh, Goober, really?
Judy Bagwell.
Judy Bagwell. We got Braun from Doug. Doug says Braun Strowman.
No.
King says
McIntyre would have been one. Drew McIntyre could be somebody that I would like to see.
You know, Drew? I think Drew could be a champ. I think
Drew can be a champ, but he like
Drew can be the guy to beat Brock Lesnar if you ask me. Like the intense, like character wise, intent wise, I think Drew McIntyre is a perfect fit.
Xavier says Bray. Let Bray get the Universal title.
No, not right now.
But Bray's getting old, bro. Like, let's be honest. You see what's happening, right, guys? They're pushing Ricochet, Aleister Black. These are the new dudes who are coming to take over the spots. Like,
but listen,
Rollins and them, like, dude, the hourglass has already been flipped. The time is
Andrade as well.
Dude, okay, so if you have Bray do this, then Bray has to go on a heavy, I'm whooping everybody's ass kind of push.
Right. But he's a face company too. They don't like heels being at the top. Bray's gonna lose it eventually. He's not gonna be like, oh, you're the star. He's gonna be okay. You're gonna lose, or until a PTA group complains about him. Like some parents are like, oh, I don't want him as champ. He scares my kids. I think Samoa. Joe lost too much though. I agree.
Yeah, Joe. Joe doesn't make sense either. I don't really know, man. I can't off the top of my head. I can't think of anybody that would like catch my interest, like who would just pop up and could cost Lesnar the championship. It's just there's no way Seth Rollins can beat Brock Lesnar clean. It doesn't make sense. He's been getting destroyed the past 2 weeks. Literally, the man literally had his ribs like broken in half by the F5s and the chair.
Let's be honest. The gimmick's been though that Rollins has Brock's number since WrestleMania 31. He came out with the briefcase, cashed in, took his belt. He beat him at WrestleMania 35. He's just had his number every single time they've been in the ring against each other.
Yeah, it's true.
Sweet tooth Wyatt.
But you got to think. I think it makes the Lesnar character look bad if he loses. And Brock Lesnar ain't gonna go for that. He ain't gonna be like, bro, I ain't gonna just beat this guy's ass for 2 weeks, and I ain't about to just go out here and look weak now. So,
right. Maybe something happens. Maybe something big happens, and they turn.
I think this is my prediction. Something happens. I don't know what happens, but something happens. I can't pick a winner because I honestly don't know who wins this match.
I'm going with Lesnar to retain. I think they're going to ride this out until they figure out what they want to do with Brock. Steve?
I think it's just going to be another song and dance in regards to Brock Lesnar having him he won the championship. He'll be holding it to WrestleMania. It's going to be Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns winning it at WrestleMania. Then this time, maybe Brock actually goes off into the sunset. But I'm going to go with Brock. I don't see any shenanigans happening during or after. But just simply Brock winning.
Brock and joining Rollins. Yeah, that'd be good. See, that won't happen because that means Brock Lesnar has to speak on the mic, and he ain't gonna do that. So
yeah, we can't go through that again.
We don't want that.
Hey,
Nathan Jones,
see yourself. We need Nathan Jones.
Rene Dupree. Can we get back Rene Dupree too?
Rene Dupree. I haven't heard that name in a minute. I got people talking about Ahmed Johnson. I'm done with you guys.
Bobby Lashley.
Oh, right. Lashley's injured, I think they said.
Yeah, he's been hurt for a little bit too. I don't know, man. Maybe some type of return.
Someone has to come back that Brock fears.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
You ruined it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but he ended the streak. I mean, I get it too. You can't. I'm not afraid of Undertaker. I'm not afraid of Cena.
But I'm saying, like, okay, if you have someone, because I'm tired of Brock and Rollins. If you have Brock win it, shit. Just for shits and giggles, have The Rock come back and say, you know what? I'm tired of you.
He just retired.
Don't matter.
No, he officially retired. He's like, I'm not wrestling anymore.
Don't matter. Have him just come back and just stand there. Something.
That ain't you'll make people. I think you'll make people more upset if you just have The Rock or someone come back and not do anything.
Something has to change, dude, because I'm tired of Brock.
There ain't you pay this dude a lot of money, man.
To do what? To run around and say, oh, well, I'll wrestle when I decide to.
I'm seeing Val Venus comments in here. CM.
The thing is, too, with Lesnar, as long as you pay him what he wants and everything, he's going to do whatever he's going to do the business stuff. Whatever, as long as, if it's smart for him, he's going to do it. So the thing is, if he's going to drop it to Rollins, I think there has to be something there for him. Okay, if I'm dropping it to Rollins, then what is going on from here? Because I've been beating this guy's ass for 2 weeks. Literally been destroying him for 2 weeks. Like literally, like he has no chance. And if I'm dropping it to him, then what's gonna happen with him? Am I somebody coming out? Am I gonna be going on somewhere else?
All right, so okay, so if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna do Brock and Rollins and Brock retains, let's go back to what we did not have to begin with. Let's go back to Bray beating the fuck out of everybody, and now he shows up like, yeah, it's your turn.
But do you really want Bray to face Brock Lesnar? Brock's got the smoke, as Jesus and them like to say in the chat. Brock's got the smoke to say, "Yo, I'm not losing to him. He's wearing a mask. That's not serious. I'm going to destroy him, or I'm going to break his arm when we really."
But you got to think too. It's been known in the past that Brock really doesn't like working with people that's bigger or, the size with him. I just listened to a podcast with Bruce Pritchard I think it was Paul Heyman. He was talking about how when Brock Lesnar was coming up and he was doing the dark matches, that he was working with people bigger than him and stronger than him, stuff like that. And when Vince told him that he wanted to work with Heyman and stuff like that, he said that you can pick Brock's first 2 opponents. And when he went up to Brock, he asked him who he wanted to face. This motherfucker said Funaki and Spike Dudley, because he can destroy these people, man. So it's easier for him.
He's a killer. I get it.
So you put
it's smart. It's smart. It's like I said. That's when Paul Heyman was like, this dude knows exactly what the fuck he's doing, because he just picked the 2 smallest guys on the roster, knowing that he can look like a beast. And after those matches, of course, Vince was like, God damn, this guy's money. This guy's he's a killer. So.
And he can really wrestle. He just chooses not to. That's not what he wants to do. He can go in there if he likes you. He'll do like stuff for you like he did for Finn.
Exactly. That's why he didn't like working with Braun Strowman, because Braun Strowman is strong and he's big and strong. So it's like.
Let me see. Steve, let me see if you agree with this at least. Here's my evaluation before we get ready to get out of here, guys. I see it as you let Brock keep the title. And then while Brock's holding the belt, this is when you take the time to figure out what the hell you want to do. Where are you putting Bray? Where are you going to put Finn afterwards? You have to figure all this stuff out first. Then you go, okay, you're going to beat Brock at this show. Then we're going to start running with this. Because to me, after this, Lesnar doesn't need the title. Lesnar's bigger than the belt at this point to me.
Exactly. Plus, you got to think, too, how many people on the roster now is believable enough to go against Brock Lesnar where you think he can win? When Brock first came back, they put him with Triple H. That was cool. And then they put him with, after Triple H, they did the thing with CM Punk. That was cool. After CM Punk, they did the thing with The Undertaker. It was cool. Then they did John Cena. Then they had him feud with Roman and Ron. So that was all cool, too. But now, what else is there now? They ruined the Braun Strowman stuff when they had Braun Strowman, but that was a monster. And they should have ran with that. They ruined that. Samoa Joe, they ruined that, too. Another monster that they had right there. They ruined that. We've already seen him and Roman a million times. If you've seen him and Rollins a million times, what else is there? I mean, there's nothing else.
There's nothing left.
But see,
AJ Styles, they've done that, but I mean, it doesn't really. He's doing the whole OC thing right now, which I mean, that could be cool too. I mean, you could have the OC go against Brock Lesnar, which I mean, that would be kind of believable because it's 3 guys against 1, but it still was that. Is that something that people would want? I don't know. And Bray Wyatt, I guess Bray Wyatt would be cool too. Having the Fiend and shit, but it's just. I don't know if that's something that Lesnar would want to do. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Lesnar ain't going for that, I don't think, right away. They tried to book that, and then they kind of – remember when they had the face-off at the Rumble, and then they kind of –
yeah, that was supposed to be the match at WrestleMania. And
but Ambrose took his spot instead.
Yeah, so they didn't want to go with that. And then, like I said, and the whole even the whole Goldberg thing, when Goldberg came back, I thought that was cool too, because Goldberg was, the character Goldberg is actually, very intense and believable and stuff like that. But it's just like there's nothing else, man. I don't know what else they could do. Like there's
Riddle remarks in there. We're gonna have to wait and see, guys, as far as what they're gonna do with this. It's up to WWE to entertain us. We don't get to write it. We don't get to pick it. Hopefully they figure out something now that Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff are in these spots. And I want to see something concrete done to the rosters, like what you want to do and what you're gonna do.
Well, hold on. Steve had something.
Go ahead, Steve.
In regards to Brock Lesnar in this title reign or where we want to go moving forward, I think I kind of agree where you were going, Conrad, in regards to getting your ducks in a row, because whenever you finally have the title taken off of Brock Lesnar, whether it is Roman Reigns and whether that's predictable or whatever, and people will poo-poo it because they will, and that happening at WrestleMania, then fine, we have Roman Reigns as champion, however long he holds the title. But then from there, we finally move on from Brock Lesnar era. We have other superstars in the mix and put in the main event scene. And by the way, where the heck is Rusev? You want to talk about a big guy, a superstar that I thought was going to be going somewhere. A superstar, we talk about the shakeup and this mess of a draft that he was supposed to go over to that he was going to SmackDown Live, I think it was, to SmackDown Live. He was going to get a title opportunity, and that went nowhere. Didn't even get an opportunity. And now I think he's nowhere. He's injured. We don't know when he's coming back. So, he would have been one of the last bigger guys to face Brock, but that's not believable because WWE messed up his shine, his gimmick, is him as a superstar. So that's unfortunate.
It's sad when you see a lot of good superstars come from NXT that are really built up. Like Triple H does so many good things with them. Like he polishes them out real nice. And then when it's time for him to go to the mirror, he's like, all right, look here, Vince, here's somebody else you can use that I just, made into a star that everybody loves. I gave you Asuka, I gave you Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, Rusev, Sami Zayn, all these other people, and you get nothing out of it.
They find a way to just chop them down, break them down slowly. That's why I said they need to have people just climb to the top. But Vince doesn't see them as stars. Vince is relying on his old reliables.
We have that tag team that was created, the Kabuki Warriors, that we thought we were supposed to get a match at SummerSlam against the Iconics one-on-one for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Then we have the Fatal 4-Way where I thought, okay, maybe they have the Kabuki Warriors winning it tonight on Raw, on the Raw show. And then we have that match at SummerSlam, even though they're not supposed to get automatic rematches. But point is, we have that match then at SummerSlam and go on from there, blah, blah, blah. But we have a They should have
put the tag team title in NXT, man. They'd have been used a lot better for the women's division. It'd have been so much better in NXT than it would be in the main roster.
You can't have 3 tag divisions with the way you're.
No, I'm saying you should have created the women's tag team titles just for NXT.
I think women's tag belts are just hard to do in any company, in my opinion. Unless you're going to take it serious and book a lot of women, don't do it. It's just not. If you're not going to take it serious, don't do it. That's my motto for it. But this SummerSlam show looks exciting. See, Doug agrees with you about the women's tag titles going to NXT. They have a lot of exciting things that could happen at this show. Hopefully they figure out a way to shake some shit up. No pun intended for Vince. And we try to get some stuff in. Let's say our goodbyes, bid adieus, as Kenny Omega would say. And let's plug our channels and everything else while we've got 9 people in here who could check out your stuff. Let's start with my man D. D, I know you got an Instagram. Tell people where they can find you, good sir. Don't try and pull no stuff. Sell them baseball bats.
If you know anybody who's looking for some custom-made wood bats, you can find me at KB Batco KB Batco IG. It's KB _ Batco or Bat _ Co. So if you're looking for anything like that, you can find me on there. Right now the page is under construction. I'm just getting everything back in order again, but you can find me on that.
That's what's up. Buy a bat. And also make sure you check out the link below for everything pro wrestling. Got some new t-shirts up, NWO style. We got some LWO Wolfpack. If you guys want to get a shirt right now, $14. I think the sale's almost over. So hop in there and grab yourself a shirt. Represent EPW at the shows. You take a picture. I will retweet that shit. I promise you. Steve, where can the people find you?
All right. Well, first I wanted to say that probably what could be beyond the AJ Styles Ricochet match being match of the night, the most entertaining stuff may be in regards to the WWE 24/7 title picture.
Hell yeah,
that stuff. So don't miss up or miss that. But anyways, also shout out to King in the chat. I don't know if that is the actual Detroit Lions logo. Represent the NFC North. Go Pack, go. Yeah. But anyways, for me, you can find me on Twitter at @TheRamble_WB, or my personal Twitter handle at Army_Strong_06. Find me on Snapchat at Stephen K _06, and on Snap at Stephen K _06 as well. YouTube.com/user/complete08 as well.
My man, Goober's throwing up the 2 sweets for all of us. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. And yes, we do have BWO style shirts if you guys wanted those as well. Malik, I've done your channel plenty of times. Plug away, brother.
Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, Narcolepsy Boy 94. I do wrestling reactions. I got reactions coming for you Sunday for SummerSlam. I do skits. I do trivia battles. I do trivia videos for you guys. I do all types of stuff on my channel, so make sure you guys go check it out. Make sure you guys go check out my Twitter and Instagram too, Malik Kelly 94, where you can find a lot of my other contacts and stuff. And appreciate you for having me on here. It's been good talk.
Yeah, this has been a long talk. It's been a good talk. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Jesus, Doug. I'm pretty sure I said everybody's name that was in there. Goober, Sean Harrington, King, Sal Rex was in here. Xavier, Drayton. And like I said, guys, I don't know where the subscriber count is. Original Biggie, Judy Bagwell. We'll give her a shout out too. Why not? Shout out to everybody who came in here though and wrote something. And Jesus, nobody wants to smoke, bro. Cut that out and stop with the HLA. We know what that stands for from the Ruthless Aggression era. But thank you guys so much for joining us for this. I had a lot of fun doing this. Make sure you check out their stuff. All that's in the description box. The Twitter handles for both of these gentlemen as well. Give them a follow on Twitter. You won't miss any of their videos because they always post their content on there. And Jesus, the Bills aren't trash. You're trash. Suck it. Bow.
Bills are trash.
Show.
Go Pack.
Peace.
Patriot Nation, baby.
Bills Mafia.
Snake said Bills Mafia.
The broadcast.